What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are at Harbor Freight Tools, not usually where I get my tools from, but they're doing a President's Day sale, so 10% off any item, or 20% if you're one of their like exclusive club members or whatever it's called. I'm not exactly sure. So I have been eyeing that motorcycle lift that they've had, the red one, for a bit, and now that they have a sale, I figured, hey, why not? Definitely help out in the garage working on the bike. So it has a lot of good reviews. I think it's 4.5 stars. I'll put a little screenshot from their website. So it's got some good reviews. It's going to help out working on the bike and also, you know, any other projects that we do. So I'm stoked to get it, put it together, and show you guys the process. Also going to do a review of the stand maybe like 2 months later, just to see how I like it and how, you know, if there's anything maybe you should look out for, or, you know, if you should get one. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get this guy, put it together. So enjoy the video. All right, guys, so we got her all loaded up. This is a short bed, so either bring a bigger truck or bring some straps. It's pretty secure with these two back anchors. I mean, this thing is so heavy, I don't see it really sliding out, but I guess we'll find out. Short trip home, so it's gonna be a pain to unload. So let's see how that goes. All right, guys, so we got the Harbor Freight lift in the garage. Getting that off the truck was an absolute nightmare. That box weighed 400 pounds. There was a million nails in it. I had to call up some buddies to help me out to get it off the truck, and then to get it in here was just, it was a lot of work. So I couldn't film and also help at the same time. So here it is. So far I'm not that pleased with it. The front section has wheels, which is nice, and the rear section has wheels as well. So once you unscrew the like plates that actually, like, you know, lift it and keep it steady on the ground, you can actually wheel it around, which is a perk with this. But, you know, you get what you paid for. This is, you know, $500. There's nicer lifts out there, of course, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. I'm sure they just keep going up, but you get what you pay for. So with the wheel bolts, the nuts stripped on 2 of them, so we're gonna have to replace that. It's a little annoying. And also with this piece, which covers the hydraulic lift, I need to shave off 1/8 of an inch from right here. So when you put this on, it's supposed to cover up the whole section right here, but as you can see, it's not actually sliding in because of that 1/8 of an inch tolerance that you know, they did not check for. So they didn't even test that this actually slid in, which is frustrating. So we're gonna have to grind that down. I mean, this morning I took off the R1, and because this wasn't like fully mounted in, this did slide off, and my front wheel almost went into the hole actually. But we saved the bike, so we have to fix this immediately. Like I said, you get what you pay for. I think once we get everything, you know, fixed up, it might be a decent lift, but hey, you know, you live and you learn, and we'll see if we can make it work. So, all right. So we're gonna start by grinding this down. I'm gonna try a file before I try an angle grinder, see if, because this feels like just a very thin layer, maybe some extra paint or something. So let's try some files before we pull out the power tools and get this part fixed up. Okay, so this is steel. I'm not gonna be able to grind this down with a hand file, so we're gonna have to whip out the angle grinder. So that'll be fun. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we just got done working with the angle grinder. Took out that 1/8 of an inch. We got it so it's lined up. There's still some excess paint, so it is a little rough to slide in. I'm also not the best with an angle grinder, if you couldn't tell. Be easy on me in the comments, because I don't use an angle grinder pretty much at all. But yeah, I mean, it's not sliding back and forth, which is really the big concern, and you can still pop it open to get underneath and into the jack if you need to grease it or work on it or anything. So annoyingly we had to do this, but hey, we got it fixed. And yeah, she's not moving, so we'll move on to the other parts of installing this thing. So let's do it. Next thing I noticed after looking at the instruction manual is that the hydraulic reservoir is empty. So it did not come with hydraulic jack fluid, oil, whatever you want to call it. So I had to go to the store, picks up some hydraulic oil, and then there's a little hole right here we're gonna have to pour this into, so to get some fluid in there, and then we'll install the foot pedals to, I guess, bleed the system. But that's another disappointment right there. It didn't even mention getting hydraulic fluid, or else I would have picked some up you know, when I bought the thing. So let's get the fluid in there, and then we'll go on to the next step. Alright, so we just got the hydraulic filled up, caps put back on, so I'm going to pop this guy back in. We shouldn't have to go back in here, I don't think, at least I hope, I don't know. First, there you go. So now we got foot pegs. So this one, I believe, was on the right. The long one goes on the left, and that is your jack, your lift pedal. And the one on the right is your release. So let's try and lift it up. So this is pretty much jacked up. I don't know if it goes much higher. Let me see. Wow, okay. She's still going. So with the sport bike on here, I mean, I could see the height of the bike maybe being up here to where, you know, you can get underneath, wheel a stool around. These stick out kind of far. Wish they're a little bit more in, but I don't know. You can't have everything, I guess. So your safety bar. So I'll get you a close-up of how that works. So let's bring the camera in for a second. So I do like that it does have a safety bar feature. So if you're jacked up, you can slide it through right here, and assume if anything were to fail, this would drop and hit right here instead of the whole thing collapsing. But yeah, not bad. Alright, so we're going to put on the front wheel stopper. So we go bolt, washer, then crush washer, and then nut. So the only thing I don't see this working out with is using my front pit bull stands. So the front has actually a chock that's adjustable. It can go in these 3 sections depending on how where your front wheel sits once it hits this this end. So we're just going to adjust it. I don't know. Let's just adjust it right here for now. Once we get the bike on it, we'll take it from there. But 17s, both ends. Shout out to Harbor Freight one more time for the disappointment. We did not get 2 washers, so those were left out of the package. I mean, it's still gonna work. Just another disappointment with this lift. So, oh my gosh, this is just funny. So, basically, this slides underneath here. This will bind your wheel up. So we're gonna back this guy out all the way. Just right here for now. Bolt down, no washer. So that's gonna cut into the metal right there. So since we don't have washers, I'm just gonna do this from the bottom side down. So we're actually in total now missing 4 washers that should have been included in the packaging. Yes, I could go get some. That's not the point of this. I shouldn't have to go get them when you know, buy a lift. Everything should come with it. But I guess that's not the case with this one. So another thing I just realized is that this one that is affixed to the chock mount, I guess you could call it, doesn't exactly go in far enough, and I have no more movement. So it seems that it is going to be over here, your front tire will be here, so your bike would be kind of off-centered. Don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, we'll get the bike on there, we'll see if we want to reverse it, maybe we'll flip it over so this is a little bit farther here, then we can adjust it in so it could be more straight. At the moment, I don't know, so yeah. This does come with these 2 U-rings that you can install here, and just put 2 washers on the bottom of it so you could strap your bike down from the handlebars or any kind of mounting point that you think will be necessary. I'm not going to use them at the moment, but once we get the bike up on there, we'll see if we want to use them and if it's necessary. But I'll just put them on to show you guys what they look like. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you the final verdict on the Harbor Freight motorcycle lifts. So at the moment, I just can't recommend this. I'm still going to use it. Probably use it for, you know, a couple weeks and do another video just giving you my experience using it. But with 4 washers missing, yes, I could go get washers. That's not the point. The nut stripping on the screws for the wheels, this not lining up properly, and the hydraulic lift not having fluid, at least in the box. I mean, I get not being in the lift itself, but having a bottle of oil in the box, I mean, that's really small stuff. So I think this could be a good product if they just did a little bit better on the quality control. And, you know, checking, making sure all the parts are in there, making sure this lines up or this piece lines up. So I don't know, we'll see, but this is where we're at now. We're going to throw the bike on it probably, I don't know, tonight. I have to do some chain cleaning, so we'll see how that goes. And like I said, I'll make another video and tell you how what I think about it after actually using it for a bit, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions or comments about this lift or anything else, you can drop them in the comment section below. I respond to every comment on my video, and please help support the channel and drop a like on the video. We will see you guys next time. Ride safe as always. Alright.